We don't have to talk about this now. I know you're angry with me. Why wouldn't you be? I mean, what happened between Nick and me, you were in shock. Maybe if you just slept on it.
Wouldn't change anything, Brooke.
I just don't want you to make a quick decision.
You say that like I have a choice. And there's really only one decision I can make.
Ridge, I know how it looks. What I did. You have to understand.
You were grieving. You went back to the foundry. I do understand.
I didn't know what else to do. Stephanie and Eric, they wanted to leave Puerto Vista. But I couldn't. I couldn't stand the thought of coming back here without you.
You didn't know Nick was going to follow you, did you?
He was worried. When he found me, I was out of my mind with grief.
You were vulnerable.
Ridge, he was trying to comfort me.
You were vulnerable, Brooke. Nick went too far. He went too damn far.
Ridge, I don't know what Nick told you.
I don't want to talk about it, Brooke.
Right. It's been a long day and we're both exhausted.
I don't want to talk about it ever again. We have to deal with this now.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I don't need another explanation, Brooke.
Ridge, what do you want me to say?
Nothing. Nothing. I know you didn't mean for this to happen. So for now, we're just gonna act like it didn't.
Ridge, what are you saying? You want to forget what happened?
That's not the issue now.
Our baby. This is supposed to be one of the most wonderful events of our life. Our own baby. After all this time, we're finally here. And now look at us.
That's why we have to move on. I don't want our kids seeing us like this, Logan. All this stress can't be good for the baby.
So we just pretend that nothing's wrong?
I say we honor the vows we made in Puerto Vista. We're in this together. Through every triumph and every challenge, remember?
I haven't forgotten.
Well, neither have I. I love you. And I know that you love me.
I do. And don't you ever doubt that.
I won't. I won't. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. It's going to be a major challenge. Probably the biggest we've ever faced. But if you are carrying my child, it's going to be one hell of a payoff.
This is your baby.
I want to believe that as much as you do. I really do.
You can.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. If we're wrong...
We're not. Nick is not the father. You are. Do you hear me? This child is yours. You forgive me?
Logan, we made a commitment. That's why we have to try and work through this.
I scheduled the CVS tests, and we'll get the results sometime next week. But I already know what they're going to say.
I hope to God you're right.
A woman knows these things. When we were on the plane on the way to Puerto Vista, that's when it happened. And once we prove it, I promise you, there won't be any more obstacles. We can look forward into the future and have everything that we imagined. Our children, our new baby. And I have you to thank for all of that. For your understanding, your forgiveness. Don't you ever, ever doubt my love for you.
I have wanted this so badly for so long. But to have everything go wrong now,
It would be unthinkable. I couldn't bear that. But this is our child. Ours. You'll see.
what's that look?
I'm just so happy.
Good, because that's what it looked like.
I am. An hour ago, I wasn't sure if you wanted to be with me anymore.
We're moving on, Logan.
You looked so hurt when I told you.
I was scared. Scared of losing what we have. Scared of losing the future we planned.
So was I. But we can still have that future. It's going to happen. You just have to believe it.
I believe in you. I believe in your love for me. In our family. I believe in that little baby growing inside of you. I know how much all this means to you. And I know you'd never do anything to jeopardize that.
I wish I told you sooner. I should have.
That's what you were discussing with Nick outside the wedding, wasn't it?
Jackie's vows really got to me. About honesty. No secrets in a marriage.
Not to mention Sally's little surprise announcement, huh?
About that.
Nick didn't know you were pregnant, did he?
No, this isn't really about Nick. I think there's something you should know.
Is something else you need to tell me?
It's Sally. She knows.
About the foundry?
About the pregnancy, about the paternity test.
How?
I don't know. But that's not important. I mean, it's not a secret anymore, so there's nothing she can do.
Is she threatening you?
She wanted to take her company back.
And if you didn't give it to her?
She said she was going to tell you everything she knew. But that's not why I'm telling you right now. Believe me, I wanted to be honest with you so many times.
Who does Sally think she is, anyway? Using our family crisis to get her company back?
It didn't work.
Does anyone else know?
I doubt it. She She couldn't risk you finding out by somebody else.
She underestimated you, didn't she? I'm so sorry you had to handle this on your own.
You didn't know.
Well, I know now. She's not going to get away with this.
That's the doorbell.
I'll get it.
No, I'll get it. I think it's Rick. He's been down lately. I told him if he needed to talk, to just come by.
Hey. You are an incredible woman. Sally Spector has no idea what she's messing with.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Good evening, Mrs. Forrester. Is your husband at home? Thank you so much, Brooke. I really do want to come in for a few minutes.
It's late.
Very. And obviously I've caught you in the middle of something. So why don't you just hand me the keys and I will get out of your hair.
The keys.
Yes, the keys to my building. You know, Spectra Fashions. I really want to get a moving crew in there first thing in the morning.
Well, that won't be necessary. I'm not leaving.
I thought I made myself pretty clear about that earlier today.
You did.
I want my company back.
You can't have it back.
Well, then I suggest that you call a moving company to come over here. Because when I tell your husband about the night you spent with his brother, he's gonna send you packing. Where is he? Upstairs?
No, Sally. I'm right here. Well, good evening, Sally. What brings you by at this hour?
I have some news.
Must be important.
It is. It's pretty scandalous, actually.
Yeah? What is it?
Your wife's been cheating on you. She has been, ever since the night you were presumed dead. Now, while you were fighting for your life and while your family was grieving, you'll never guess where Brooke was.
In my brother's arms?
She was off in the sun. You know.
She told me.
Then what is she doing here?
She lives here, Sally.
She cheated on you.
No, she didn't.
She and your brother. And that baby that she's carrying.
Sally, that's really none of your business.
You can't forgive her.
Listen, I know you've had a lot of disappointments lately and you're angry and frustrated. You probably have every right to be. But I am not going to let you take this out on Brooke.
What did you tell him?
The truth.
And she doesn't have to tell you anything. Now, I'm only going to say this once. Stay out of our business.
You're going to regret this, you know? You know what she's done. And if you let this slide, you're going to deserve everything you get.
Thank you.
She can't bother you anymore.
God, you just won't let up.
What else could she do, really?
She could tell Stephanie.
So we'll deal with Mother tomorrow, then.
No, Ridge, we can't wait. I'm gonna tell Catherine that we're going out.
Oh, Brooke, do you really have to do this tonight?
Stephanie's going to find out, and I'd rather her hear it from me.